The Dragon Duke is a new hero in Clash of Clans. Unlocked at Town Hall 15, it launches with 3 pieces of common equipment. So let's break it all down for you, including how it works, the stats, and how to use this with your attack strategies. So at Town Hall 15, you have to have your hero hall upgraded to level 9 in order to unlock the Dragon Duke. After you have done so though, you can begin upgrading it within the hero hall. And at Town Hall 15, you can upgrade it to level 10. Obviously, I'm going to break down the mechanics, but going through the numbers for you first. At Town Hall 15 as well, you will have the first 2 pieces of equipment, which is the Fire Heart and the Flame Blower. Since common equipment maxes out at Town Hall 14, you will be able to upgrade both of these to level 18. However, you will have to wait until you are a Town Hall 16 to unlock the 3rd piece of equipment, the Stun Blaster. As a Town Hall 16, you would have to upgrade your hero hall first. However, after that, you will be able to upgrade the Dragon Duke to level 15. As a Town Hall 17, though, you would be able to upgrade the Dragon Duke 5 extra levels to a maximum of level 20. And then as a Town Hall 18 player, this is where the Dragon Duke hits its maximum of level 25. You may want to get your hero potions ready though, because it will cost a bit of Dark Elixir to get the Dragon Duke to that maximum level. Now let's break down exactly what it does and what the equipment does. If you are making any purchases to accelerate your progress with the update, remember you can support a creator beforehand by pressing the C and entering their code. My code is Judo. It helps me to pay my team and bring the best Clash of Clans videos that I can, and you can equally do this on the Supercell store where you earn extra items with your purchases. As with all of my videos, I'll have a link to the Supercell store in the description. How exactly does the Dragon Duke work though? Well, it is an air hero, so for that reason I would try and use it on defense. Any ground troops wouldn't be able to attack the Dragon Duke, but when you are using it on offense, it has a special ability. Royal Rampage. This is very similar to how baby dragons are enraged, because if the Dragon Duke is not next to other flying units, its damage is increased by 100%, literally doubled. The attack speed increases by 50%, and it only takes half damage from traps. So seeking air mines, for example, not as big of a deal if the Dragon Duke is by itself. A note on the pets that you would be assigning with the Dragon Duke: flying pets will not cause the Royal Rampage to be disabled. However, if you use Sneezy with the Dragon Duke, then the boogers from Sneezy would. So that is a pet that you probably don't want to use alongside the Duke. This ability clearly ties into some of the strategy I'll be talking about towards the end of the video, but at maxed level, it has over 10,000 hit points. This is the 2nd highest out of all of the heroes, and more than double that of the Minion Prince. So this is a very tanky air hero. It also has great health recovery, but it equally deals a significant amount of damage, especially when you factor in if the Dragon Duke is by itself, this is doubled, meaning it would deal more damage than the Minion Prince and have more than twice the hit points. And this is just the base stats, not even including any of the equipment yet. Let's take a look and break those down for you now though. You can actually see that the UI has been updated in a few areas of the game. So here in the blacksmith, the heroes appear smaller to make room for the 6th one. Within the hero hall, you can see that the 6th hero is there, but you have to scroll along to it. And on the profile, yes, the icon is there under the hero section, but where your hero skins and the pets are shown, you now scroll to see the different heroes. Going over the equipment though, so you can make a decision on which ones you want to level up. Important note, there will be an epic piece of equipment releasing for the Dragon Duke in April. Clearly, I will break that down for you at the time. Epics tend to be more powerful than common, so just keep that in mind when you're deciding what to upgrade. Being common equipment, it doesn't take as much ore. You may decide to get these to level 12 or 15, so they're usable for a month if you're considering the epic, but it just depends on your situation. Starting with the Fire Heart though. I feel like this might be the least popular out of the 3, but I would be using it because I think the other 2 don't synergize well together, and this one might be underestimated because it has self-healing at maximum level of 175 hit points per second. That means if the Dragon Duke is alive for a minute, you recover over 10,000 hit points, and you have more than 5,000 hit points added to the Dragon Duke as well. You also get a DPS increase, but just know that these hero boosts do not apply to the Rampage effect of the Dragon Duke. That ability it has only applies to the base stats of the hero. I feel like this equipment you're mainly using for the hero boosts. Once the Dragon Duke goes down, it deals damage to that surrounding area, but at that point, it's not as big of a deal. It's just a nice bonus. Next up though, the other base equipment for the Dragon Duke is the Flame Blower. This is the other piece of equipment I will be using because you can notice it is an active ability. The range of this is pretty significant because it has a 12 tile range in front of the Dragon Duke with a 60-degree cone effect. Across this entire area, there will be 2,500 damage dealt, so enough to wipe out an air defense. This will be brilliant no matter how you decide to use the Dragon Duke. If you're sending him in solo to an area of the base, knowing that you can wipe out an air defense to protect him and alleviate that damage is going to be really helpful. His third piece of common equipment, which unlocks his Town Hall 16, is the Stun Blaster. You can see why this wouldn't synergize very well with the Flame Blower, because if you are taking out the buildings in front of the Dragon Duke, there's no point in really stunning them, because the stun effect only reaches 8 tiles. So more than likely, you've took out those defenses in front of you anyway. Nevertheless, though, you could use this instead of the Flame Blower. It deals a little bit of damage. That stun effect is for 7.5 seconds at maximum level, and equally, you get some hero boosts for the Dragon Duke, but my recommendation would be the base equipment of the Fireheart and the Flame Blower. If you're going to prioritize one of these upgrades, I would probably say the Flame Blower for the ability to just wipe out defenses in front of you. One extra thing that they have told us about the release of the Dragon Duke, they've never done this before, but for the first week after it is launched, all players will be able to use it fully maxed for their Town Hall level, and that includes the equipment. It doesn't matter how many attacks you do for that first week, it will be fully maxed, but the caveat is if you upgrade the Dragon Duke, you wouldn't be able to use it whilst it's upgrading. So you might want to hold off on those, but for that first week, you can test it out in different strategies, look at the equipment, exactly which ones you want to prioritize. It's a really nice way to launch the hero where all players can enjoy it, but as part of that testing, how should you use the Dragon Duke? I think the number one use case you should be able to figure out based on the Royal Rampage ability, because you want to try and take advantage of that. That's not to say that you have to though, because I think the Dragon Duke can very much integrate into regular dragon attacks as well. Even if it's not the best use case, it's another air hero whereby you don't have ground heroes getting in range of the clan castle and luring that. Because if there's, let's say, ice golems in the clan castle, air troops and air heroes would not lure the ice golems, so the Dragon Duke can support with that. Equally, even though it's a flying hero, it is melee in nature in that it has to get up to the buildings, so it will be a lot of the time out in front of dragons and can therefore absorb damage, especially due to the amount of hit points it has. This is where, if you are just merging it in with dragon attacks, you may want to use the Fireheart equipment, because you will be regenerating hit points, you get more hit points, and you might not want to use the Flame Blower, because if you take out too many buildings in front of where your dragons are going, they could go off course. Equally, that's where the Stun Blaster might be a better combination if you're using the Dragon Duke in that manner. We also had the Greedy Raven pet added with the update, and you would want to try and have an air pet assigned to the Dragon Duke, but especially due to the range of the Greedy Raven, it might be a good combination because the Raven can be picking off storages in the middle of the base really quick, whilst the Dragon Duke is absorbing all of the damage. So it goes without saying, you could use this for dragon attacks, dragon rider attacks, electro dragon attacks, any of the dragon combinations, to be honest. But clearly, to take advantage of the Rampage ability, sending the Dragon Duke in solo means that you are getting way more value out of the hero. And it doesn't even have to be with a dragon attack or an air attack for that matter. Yes, it's an air hero, but if you're using this to solo an area of the base, you can even combine it with ground attacks. We have Royal Champion charges. Some people use the Minion Prince to solo an area of the base, particularly in Fireball Rocket Loon attacks, but now we could use the Dragon Duke. Duke. You could take out a section of the base and then recall him to send in with your dragons, or you could use totem spells or invisibility spells, I would recommend, in order to assure you get even more value. I think for Fireball Rocket Loon attackers, this is going to be a great addition because you're using your heroes and the Rocket Loons to pick off sections of the base anyway. The Dragon Duke is going to allow you other options rather than just sending the minion prince in with Rocket Loons. You may want to use the Angry Jelly with that approach, which is another option for this hero, and you can even get clever, combining it with other damage equipment or lightning and earthquake, because the Flame Blower has that large range, and you'll be surprised after this how much damage you can take out of a base with just this hero. Ultimately, I like the design of this hero and the boost because you can use it a bit more strategically, but there's also use cases, even if you don't take advantage of that effect, by just sending it in with your dragons. Let me know what you think of the Dragon Duke though. Clearly, I will be gemming this to maximum level, so you can subscribe in order to see that. We do only have a small percentage of viewers subscribed to the channel, so if you do want to see that video once it releases, I would clearly go ahead and do so. Once that video is live, I will go ahead and link it on your screen. In the meantime, there will be a recommended video from my channel for you. Enjoy the rest of your day.